Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bunny Cakes and welcome to my channel for the first time if you're new here. Today I am going to be filming my TBR for the 2020 Reading Rush readathon. This was my very first readathon that I ever participated in with booktube. I think the first time I participated in it was right after I started my booktube channel, but I can't remember. I almost think I participated in it in the year before too, but my memory is faulty. So for this readathon, which takes place between July 20th and July 26th, so I'm cutting it close, getting my TBR posted, there are 7 challenges, whew, and the goal is to just kind of read as much as you can, and you can mix and match challenges. You can have one book that meets all the challenges, or you can meet all of the challenges within a couple of books. That's what I'm doing. I have a full-time job, so I can't participate like I did in the past. This is actually one reading challenge that I don't feel that I've ever been successful in. I mean, it's successful if you read at all, but I've literally never finished a book for this challenge. This year I'm hoping to finish at least 2 of the 3 books I've picked out that meet all of the challenges. So the challenges are: read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone, read a book that starts with the word "the," read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen, read the first book you touch, read a book completely outside of your house, read a book in a genre that you've always wanted to read more of, and read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. So I have picked 3 books. The first book I picked is The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I have actually read this book before, so it is a reread, but it fits because I saw the movie before I ever read this book. The first time I saw the movie, I think I was either in middle school or a freshman in high school, and I remember I read the book for the first time when I was a junior in high school. And I don't remember finishing the book. I do remember it's very different. I know I found out in the past couple of years that this is actually part of a series, and so I actually bought recently all 3 books in the series, so I'm planning to read the whole series eventually. But since it's been so long since I read The Color Purple, the first book in the series, I decided I'm going to reread this. It's also been on my TBR for a couple of months. It was on my TBR back in June before I hit my reading slump, if I recall right. So that's the first book, and that also actually fits for the reading prompt, a book that starts with the word "the," though I didn't realize that when I first came up with this TBR. The next book I have is here on my Kindle, which has gone to sleep. And so this is actually the book that I had intended. Ooh, pardon that thunderstorm. We have angered the Mighty Thor. I don't know what I did. It wasn't me. It was like that when I got here. So the next book that I picked, it covers the challenge for read a book that takes place on a different continent than where you live. It is a book that's based in a genre that I'd like to read more of, and it starts with the word "the." And I will actually also be reading this one almost entirely outside of my house because I'm consuming it in the audiobook form, and I plan to, the week of the reading rush is my pre-planned week to go out and resupply. So I'll be listening to this while I am doing my grocery shopping and such for the month. And it is called The Vine Witch by Luan G. Smith. there's the cover. It's actually a really pretty cover. So yeah, I actually bought the ebook for this on Amazon, and then it was like $2 more to get the audio version. So I was like, well, yeah, I'll get that, and that I can listen to while I'm shopping, so to make things so much easier. Now, the next book that I'm going to read it's an ARC that I got from NetGalley. Its main purpose is to be the book that matches the color of my birthstone. So I was born in October, and the two main stones are opal and tourmaline. And growing up, I remember always being told rose zircon, which is a pink stone. So I have chosen Teen Killers Club from one of the ARCs that I got on NetGalley. It's written by Lily Sparks, and it's going to be out in November 2020. So I'm using this to help push me to read some of the ARCs that I've got so I can raise my NetGalley percentage, but also the cover is pink, so it works. The title's pink, the cover's light pink and a teal color, so I'm going to use that. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the Vine Witch is considered historical fiction. That's why it counts for a genre that I don't normally read that I'd like to read more of. Now, for the one challenge that I haven't mentioned, which is the Read the First Book You Touch challenge, I am tweaking that a little bit because I have an ebook, I have an audiobook, and I have a physical book. So, the only book that I've actually ever physically touched is this one. It's also the first book of the 3 that I actually own. So, it's the first book I touched because it's physical, and it's the first book I touched because I owned it previously, and that's how I'm tweaking that, because I can't touch either of the other 2, not really. I'm touching the Kindle or my phone or whatever I'm listening to the audiobook through, which will probably be my phone. And I, honestly, I didn't want to just randomly touch one of the 8 billion books that's on my bookshelf and get one of the big chonky ones, because I know there's no hope of me reading that right now, because I'm still recovering from a reading slump, and I know if I dive right into like a 1,200 page book, it's not going to work out for me. So that's what I'm reading. I know I didn't show the cover of Teen Killers Club. It's because I only have it downloaded on my phone right now, which is what you're on, so I will post a picture of it somewhere around here so you can see the cover. Or, well, by the time I do it, it will be farther back in the video, but you'll see. It'll be fine. We don't do a lot of editing over here, so, it'll be fine. You'll get it. You'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm really, really looking forward to this and participating in the challenges. This has been one of my favorite readathons to participate in. I know there's been some controversy, especially because of the Read a Book Entirely Outside thing. I'm tweaking it because it just so happens, well, I'm not tweaking it, it just so happens to fall on a day that, or at least part of it is going to fall on a day where I'm already going to be out. So I'm going to listen to most of the book that day, and then anything I don't finish, I will probably sit out on my back porch or something like that and read, so I can social distance and meet the challenge at the same time. And so, yep, I'm looking forward to participating in this. I want to see what you guys are doing. Link me to your videos, or just comment down below and tell me if you're participating and how you've tweaked these challenges to fit your books and what you want to read. And let's have a conversation about it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, because Thor is getting angry out there. I don't know how well that's picking up on the camera, especially because I've got a fan going too. But let's go ahead and wrap this video up before the power goes out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.